What strategy, process, or practice is currently working for you?
So I'm going to go into my personal real estate business versus talking about the collective genius here. I have noticed, especially over the last year with marketing, that there has become a limiting return unless you are just spending crazy amounts of money on a monthly basis. And this really relates to that smaller investor that's looking to go from 20 deals a year to 40 or from 30 to 60. We're really taking a laser approach on our marketing strategy, specifically from a direct mail. We took more of a shotgun approach in the past, and now, especially over the last 6 months, we're having success with really dialed in on the data, spending more for data, and sending less on that side. I know I've heard a lot of people say, well, direct mail just isn't performing at the level that it has in the past. And obviously there's less people motivated to sell today than there was, before last spring. So we're really focusing in on a smaller number, rifle approach, instead of a shotgun.
Okay. All right, Jimmy, what about you? What's working?
Brewer method. Eric in January was talking about the, what was the phrase? The MLS is the new hedge fund, or the FHA VA buyer is the new hedge fund. And I didn't, my opinion, I didn't really necessarily have an opinion, but I was like, Brewer's a smart guy. I'm going to test this out. And we started novating everything. I started doing direct to seller to find more turnkey deals. And unfortunately, direct marketing is not doing that, but it's getting me a bunch of novations. It's like we're not turnkeying anything because we're our Brewer method novating everything.
Okay. All right. Next up, what about you, RJ? What's working?
So I'm going to go the route of when we're talking to sellers, we are making sure a lot more than we were in the past that we are providing them with multiple solutions to their problem. So if we know that they need to sell, in the past, we made it very limited when we would try to purchase something sub 2, or if we would try to get it seller finance, or even in the case of the Brewer method. But also taking it a step further, if it's inside the state of Texas, we're also offering to list that for them if we're not the solution, utilizing Cassie's license as a realtor. So just making sure that we're really detailed, having slightly longer conversations, and just offering a solution no matter what, so we're not burning through as many leads.
Very nice. All right, Brewer, what about you?
A couple things are sort of, for us, experimental, and we're seeing results. Number one, I think everybody in the space is always looking for a way to get more qualified leads. And I feel like we've done just about everything that's out there with varying results. We started doing radio about 3 months ago. And I had done it about 4 or 5 years ago and spent 25 grand, never got a deal. I don't even think I got a lead, and got introduced to someone that had experience doing radio. They made a connection, a referral. I ended up talking to someone and they said, hey, I've cracked the code on radio. Follow this plan. We followed it step by step, and we're spending $4,000 a month getting 2 deals directly off radio. So it's relatively inexpensive. It's generally a higher quality lead, similar to what we see from TV. And it's an inexpensive marketing method right now. So that's number one. Number two has been, to RJ's point, we're trying to extract every possible dollar out of a lead. No matter what they're asking for the house, you can stretch them out to a 50-year amortization at 0% interest, and almost any price would make sense from a cash flow perspective. So sub 2, creative finance, novations we've obviously been doing for about 15 years. So those are still consistent for us. So those 2 things right now for us are some innovations that seem to have some traction right now.